Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It is a gray, kind of rainy, drizzly day here on the mountain. 11 o'clock, I'm being lazy. It's Sunday and I'm still kind of in my hoodie. I thought we had switched into summer on Friday, man. It like totally felt like a different season, but we've got a little bit more of this left. And hey, quite frankly, I like this and it won't be here much longer, so I just kind of go with the flow on the weather. You know, it's not like I'm going to change it anyway. I was thinking about this. Life in general is basically about problem solving. So that's kind of going to be the subject of this video today. Everything in life, any problem you ever have boils down to, it is problem solving. And in problem solving, what you do is you identify the problem and you correct the problem. Now, for most things in life, identifying the problem is the difficult part. With so many things in life, that becomes the difficult part. Once someone can identify the problem, then correcting it is just a simple matter of like figuring out exactly how to correct it in a logical manner. Well, what always gets me is the illogic. I see so many people all the time that they continue to slip up on their lifestyle, whether it be fully raw or high carb or however they're trying to eat or whatever they consider a slip up. And they'll tell you straight out. So then that's where I don't get there's a disconnect there. They're not understanding the process. They're not understanding how you correct a problem. They're basically not understanding how they're ever going to get to a better version of doing this or a better version of anything they're trying to do in life. Like I say, it's incorrect thinking when it comes to problem solving. People say all the time, I always do this. This always causes me to slip. This always causes me to fall off my program. Doing this always gives me a hard time. Doing this always has a negative result, a negative outcome. And then right there, you're just like wanting to go, hello, McFly. What is it about it you don't get? You've identified the problem. What, you just think you're just one day things are just gonna kind of correct themselves? No. When you identify what your problem is, you figure out a course of action for yourself, how to correct the problem. And then after that, well, if you don't correct the problem, then there's really not a whole lot people can do for you. You can't be spoon-fed this stuff. You've got to eventually at some point make it work for yourself. I express this thought over and over and over and over. I make videos. I love for people to watch my videos. Everybody makes videos, but there's a gazillion videos out there. You can find pretty much everything that's ever going to be said is already out there. So if you're waiting for the magical video, the magical book to come out, or somebody that all of a sudden is going to say something revolutionary and new, it's probably not. There's not a whole lot of new to be said. It's all just resaid in a different way, which isn't a bad thing because, saying things in different ways can resonate with different people. But in the end, it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. And you might not be able to, people don't seem to want to accept a simple message because I think the more complicated something is, the more legitimate it seems. Anything in life that you're going to get anything real out of has to be difficult, has to come through some dedicated hard work. I don't necessarily, I look at the world a lot differently. Everybody's got their different spin on things, but I try to simplify stuff. I don't try to complicate. I used to do that. I've made a lot of changes in my life. It's not just food. It's not just giving up drinks. There's a lot of it is not necessarily all due to the lifestyle change. There's a change of getting older too. It just simply as you get older, if you survive a certain amount of years on the planet, most people, a little bit of common sense will sink in there. And that's all correcting it. That's all changing any behavior is. It's identifying and correcting, problem solving. Always remember that in life. Everything you're doing is just problem solving. And I think that's probably one of the reasons, that's a skill that actually in schools and whatever, you don't see that as much anymore, just simple problem solving. And there's a certain thought process, a certain type of thinking that comes up with that. But That's all it's really about. When people identify this, and I get frustrated at times because I really sincerely want to like help people, and I really sincerely kind of want to make these little simple tricks and hacks that work for me work for other people. But when it's like there comes a time, I guess what I'm trying to say, and I imagine a lot of people that do YouTube channels or that just talk about this stuff enough, you just kind of get frustrated about what is it going to eventually take. I mean, all the information's out there, and the processes are out there. We've talked about, I mean, there's everything out there. You can talk about you've got the recipes out there. You've got the science out there. You've got how-to out there. You've got little tricks out there. You've got, there's so many online sources, whether Facebook, Google+, whatever, for support. So at some time, it's something within you. You have to find that spark within you that's just going to make all this stuff work, because it's almost like you've been given everything. Everything has been put in your hands. Back in the day, I'm an old dude, back in the day, we talk about this. I was talking about this with a friend the other day. We're sitting around at night and we don't have access to all this stuff. You have everything right now, right? If you're watching me, that means you've got YouTube. That means you've got internet. That means you've got Google. That means you can pretty much figure this stuff out a lot on your own, just on the internet, just by having an open mind, just by watching various people, just by listening to various people, just by listening to various ideas. It's all out there for you. You just have to figure out when you're going to go out and grab it. A lot of times, especially when you get to the end of the year like this, it just kind of seems like, we're just kind of on this same repetition year round, and we say and do the same things at the same times of every year. I'm already seeing the normal messages that come out this time of year. As we get later into this month, it'll be all about the coming to Jesus moments in January and how we're going to make 2017 so much better than 2016 and blah, blah, blah. But in the end, somehow you're going to have to find that something down in you that sparks your true desire to make your lifestyle work, to make any change in your life. Like I say, like a lot of things I talk about, it can be applied to different things. It's not just about the food. Problem solving is problem solving, no matter what you're doing. I see people do the same thing with their finances, with their economics, with their job situation, with personal situations. If you've identified the problem and you refuse, it's kind of like, okay, here's the problem here. Here's the solution here. If you don't like the solution, and people will do that, you'll give them a solution. It's a set solution to a problem, and I don't like this or this stuff. Well, the solution doesn't care why you don't like it, your personal circumstances. Here's the problem. Here's a solution. Take it, don't take it, but that's how it is. I think sometimes I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over with just a basic message, but the process, about that process, and it's about your process and making your own process. I do everything. Everything I do is my process. There's not a whole lot of things, whether it's in the food, whether it's in yoga, whether it's in other, that I don't take and kind of move it, what am I trying to say? Kind of shape it into my way of learning, my way of thinking, my way of making things work. So that's what you have to do for yourself, is just take some of this stuff and solve your problem. If you have certain triggers, I've talked about this before. I did a video not too long ago, just pops into my head out of the blue. There's certain times of the day where people tend to get hungry, when they tend to fall on this. Know what those times are and prepare ahead of time. It's simple. This is not rocket science. If you want to succeed on this lifestyle, you will succeed on this lifestyle. If you're not succeeding on this lifestyle, and somebody will get mad at this statement, if you're not succeeding on this lifestyle, you haven't decided you want to succeed on this lifestyle yet. You haven't decided you're going to succeed on this lifestyle yet. So stop complicating things. Life is problem solving. This lifestyle is problem solving. So just solve the problem and quit running, just quit going round and round on the merry-go-round with the same results over and over. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button, and hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to get back to my tea and just enjoy a little gray day with the dog on the mountain here. Love you guys. Peace.